Hi, Movie Master here. Before we start, warning. Spoilers ahead. Today, I'm gonna explain a 2022 American science fiction and action movie called The Adam Project. The movie begins with a middle-aged man in 2050, Adam Reed, stealing a time traveler jet and is being chased down by the authorities while suffering from a gunshot wound. He is capable of getting away from the missiles and navigating the jet until it is ready to project a wormhole that will take him to leap into another period. He succeeds, leaving his chasers puzzled. Meanwhile, in 2022, Adam is still 12 years old and is being a bully target at school due to his big mouth and short stature. The bullies, Ray and Chuck, attack him until he bleeds, then they are both being suspended at school. Ellie, his mother, picks him up from school and scolds him for being such a troublemaker. Adam argues that his mother does not understand him, unlike his dad, who just passed away in an accident over a year ago. In the evening, Ellie is preparing to go on a date with her coworker and leaves Adam alone at home. He spends his time playing video games on a virtual reality device when a power surge suddenly happens. He accompanies his dog, Hawking, to look around the house, then checks the woods behind his house. He finds newly burned trees, then hears sounds at his dad's garage. When he rushes to check what is inside, he finds the 2050 Adam, gasping for breath while lying on the floor. Hawking immediately rushes to him and finds himself comfortable. The young Adam is surprised to find a stranger able to unlock his dad's garage, but he leads him into his house anyway. In the house, old Adam finds something to eat, drink, and searches for medicine to treat his wounds. Young Adam observes him, how he comfortably wanders around the house, knows exactly how to close the fridge door, knows his mother is out on a date and knows both him and Hawking's name. Although initially refusing to explain further, old Adam finally tells him the truth that they are the same person. They are wearing their dad's old watch and have the same stitch marks on their necks. He continues to explain that he is supposed to land in 2018, not 2022, as part of a rescue mission to save someone, but he does not tell who. However, he takes young Adam back to the woods where his jet is parked, explaining that that jet is specifically encoded to his DNA, but will not recognize him when he is badly injured. He uses young Adam's finger to unlock the jet for him and perform a self-healing mechanism, as the jet also suffers from missiles and gunshots. He decides to stay a few days until the jet completely repairs itself and he is healed too. Young Adam asks about time travel, to which he replies that there is a fixed time where everyone is supposed to live their lives, but time travelers like him can jump between time periods and cause divergences. However, he needs to do that due to his super important rescue mission. When young Adam asks what the future would look like, old Adam replies that it is still tragic. He sleeps inside their dad's garage and young Adam heads back to his house. Before sleeping, old Adam stares at a holographic photo of a woman. In the morning, Ellie is frantically searching for his insurance document before going to work while young Adam makes his breakfast and enjoys his suspension day. He goes to check old Adam, who is going to a drugstore to buy medicine to treat his wounds. Outside the drugstore, young Adam encounters his bullies again, but old Adam encourages the fight to happen. However, when young Adam flees, old Adam deals with Ray himself to scare him out. Turns out young Adam already arrives at dad's garage and locks the door to personally check old Adam's stuff. He is also mad at him for not defending him against the bullies. Old Adam argues that they need to lose and suffer many times before they become who he is now, a time pilot capable of fighting. Young Adam finds the photograph and asks who she is, which turns out to be Laura, Adam's wife. In the evening, old Adam is hanging out at a bar while Ellie enters. He immediately recognizes her mother and listens to her complaining about her son to the bartender. He cannot resist jumping into the conversation and gives very personal, touching advice to Ellie on how to deal with his son and her grief. He then leaves and is nowhere to be found when Ellie decides to look for him outside. Meanwhile, Adam's chasers, led by Maya Sorian, arrive in 2022 to continue their chase. She orders a troop to find Adam and bring him back to 2050. The next day, the Adams are having lunch. Young Adam asks again about Laura, then deduces that old Adam wants to go to 2018 to save her. Old Adam theorizes that Sorian killed her or left her in the past. Young Adam recognizes Sorian, Maya Sorian, as their dad's business partner. In the future, Sorian has seized control over the time travel technology, which their dad accidentally invented in a project called the Adam Project, and is not the good person she was back when their dad was still alive. 2018 is also the year when the first particle time travel attempt succeeded, so old Adam guesses Laura has something to do with that moment. He slowly feels an incoming threat, then gets ready with young Adam to get out of the house when Sorian's troops appear and attempt to apprehend him. Old Adam battles them while young Adam only watches in awe and guards old Adam's bag. Sorian announces from her jet speaker that she did not kill Laura, but old Adam does not buy it. Suddenly, Sorian's jet is mysteriously attacked from the woods, as well as the remaining troops circling the atoms. A figure appears, who turns out to be Laura. Managing to contain his relief, old Adam helps her defeat the last of the troops, then embraces her in a long-awaited reunion. Laura then takes the atoms to her truck, then drives as fast as possible to escape from Sorian's regrouping troops and jets. After a close call in the woods, they successfully escape and arrive at Laura's hideout by the lake. Turns out Laura escaped from Sorian's assassination attempt but was not able to go back to 2050, so she spent her life in the past. She has been living in the past for 4 years until she is now reunited with old Adam. From her story, young Adam deduces that Sorian already changed the fixed timeline by going to her 2018 self to help seize full control of the time travel technology even before it was invented. So, old Adam needs to go to 2018 to stop time travel from ever being invented in the first place and avoid all chaos in the future. As sad as he seems because he needs to leave Laura again, old Adam finally leaves, while Laura buys them some time to battle Sorian's troops led by Christos, Sorian's lieutenant. Adam does not have a clear idea of what he needs to do, but he is determined to ask for help from his dad, still alive at that time. Meanwhile, Sorian finds Laura and shoots her after she finds out Adam successfully gets to his jet and escapes. Then she goes after the atoms, chasing their jet in the narrow gorges. Old Adam skillfully turns off his jet at the right time and maneuvers to hide in a cave so Sorian cannot detect him, while she reminds him through the radio communication that Adam's jet is still heavily damaged and can only withstand one last time jump. However, the atoms still proceed with the plan and make the jump. In 2018, Louis, their dad, is giving a lecture when the atoms discover him. Old Adam makes young Adam promise not to tell their dad too much stuff of the future, including his fate. Encountering them after the class ends, Louis immediately recognizes old Adam as his son but refuses to help them as it will jeopardize the fixed time. In the evening, the atoms are still trying to convince Louis at a motel, but he is firm on his decision, heading home to his own family. Old Adam scolds him for not being a better father and only cares about physics rather than his son. After Louis leaves, young Adam tells old Adam that even though he is his younger self, he realizes that he does not hate his dad because he is more inclined to his work rather than his family, but because he died. It is easier to be angry at someone rather than miss them, so Adam copes with grief by being angry at his dead father. However, anger and sadness are two different feelings. Old Adam is startled by his younger self and starts to compose himself again. Meanwhile, 2050 Sorian goes to meet her 2018 variant. The young Sorian is annoyed to find her, but old Sorian convinces them that they are in big threat if the atoms succeed in erasing time travel forever. The next day, Louis, out of his routine, tries to cook and takes more care of his family, which surprises Ellie. Meanwhile, the atoms get into Sorian's company headquarters to destroy Louis' particle accelerator. Young Adam is tasked to control a remote device able to sense and engage with threats while old Adam walks himself to the building's front. The front of the building is eerily quiet, which makes old Adam guesses that the 2050 Sorian troops have been prepared for their arrival. Turns out his guess is true, so they both battle the troops. A car almost hits old Adam when it is suddenly hit by another mysterious car, leaving old Adam very close to being hit. Turns out it is Louis, who changed his mind and intends to help the atoms in their mission. Meanwhile, young Adam, who stations himself at the building's roof, is caught by Sorian. Inside the building, Louis explains that they should not go after the particle accelerator as Sorian can easily rebuild it, the hard drive containing his time-traveling enabling algorithm they should take. When Louis pulls out the hard drive, the Sorians and the troops come in and threaten them to return the hard drive. Seeing his son at gunpoint, Louis begs old Adam to give up the drive, but turns out old Adam is signaling at his younger self to move so he would miss Sorian's aim. She shoots the particle accelerator instead, causing core instability, and it begins to form a magnetic field that attracts objects around it. The iron-armored troops are stuck to the field and the atoms can battle the rest of the troops. The Sorians take cover while instructing Christos to take the hard drive from old Adam. However, he is defeated, then the atoms reunite with Louis, but they are interrupted by the Sorians once more. Old Sorian convinces her younger self to shoot Louis, but she seems hesitant to do it. Old Sorian takes the gun herself and aims to shoot him, but due to the bullet's material, it deflects from its course as it is attracted by the particle accelerator's magnetic field and pierces through young Sorian instead. Her death also wipes out old Sorian's existence. Louis and the atoms escape in time before the particle accelerator initiates lockdown particle and safely gets home. They play catch in the backyard, reminiscing the atoms' good memories about their father before they disappear, returning back to the fixed time. Years later, young Adam has changed his attitude and becomes more loving toward her mother, and when he grows old, he finally experiences his exact first encounter with Laura. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.